The goal of this video is to get you to understand the importance of voltage to hand speed. If we have our voltage or our hand speed on a line, then we cannot accomplish clean, solid, consistent, saturated results. It's just not going to happen. When we first start, especially in our early stages of tattooing development, we tend to think that as soon as the needle hits the skin that it's causing immense trauma, when that is not always the case. Granted, it is going to vary dependent on the artist's technical application, as if an artist has improper application, they're going to obviously cause more trauma versus an artist who has proper technical application. But the misconception came in where we feel like when the needle touches the skin, it's already causing the worst amount of trauma that we can think of, which is going to kind of, correlate to how we are going to move. So sometimes we may tend to kind of compensate for a faster hand by turning our voltage up when that's going to cause more trauma, or we try to compensate with a higher voltage and move slower with our hand speed, which is also going to cause trauma. So either way, it doesn't really matter which setting we use, whether it's going to be a low voltage to a slow hand, high voltage to a fast hand, everything in between. We tend to think though that when we first start, the needle, as soon as it hits the skin, causes trauma, which isn't always the case. The reason why I'm even talking about this is because this common misconception kind of correlates to how we go about conducting ourselves and applying our tattoos on a technical front. For example, right now I am running an Ink Claw 111 round shader. I'm using the Stay-Lite tattoo machine, which is a 4mm stroke tattoo machine. I will be leaving my Amazon affiliate and other affiliate links for you in the description below to the gear that I'm using in this video in case you want to check it out on your end. I will be using a Trueskin piece of fake skin to get my points across, along with, I believe this is going to be, I forgot what brand of stencil paper, but again, my affiliate link will be for you down below in the description. So let's say my motion is to think that as soon as the needle hits, I have to move fast and kind of apply the line as cleanly as I can while moving at a quicker pace than I may be more comfortable with. When this happens, there's a lot of adversities that are going to happen. So for example, right now I'm running at 5.5 volts, which is a pretty low voltage to be running with a needle this size. To each their own. For me, I feel comfortable, but I'm going to demonstrate inadequate hand speed to voltage. So as you can see, I have 5.5 voltage, but let's say if I have a hand speed that's a bit quicker, it would look a little something like this, and then you're going to see that although I may get some saturation up front and it may look like some sort of ink is deposited, once I wipe away, you're going to see that there's nothing that actually stays. There's nothing here. So if I were to do this on human skin and kind of apply a tattoo like this, you can kind of see how we're going to traumatize the skin. This is kind of like burning it, so to speak. And we're just kind of layering and layering and layering lines into the skin, which we shouldn't have to do, especially if we're lining. This right here is a direct side effect from having a faster hand speed versus a lower voltage. You can see that I didn't give my needle any time to actually deposit the ink in a clean, solid, consistent, saturated manner that reflects the line weight that I am actually using. The technical application, when we see it, it really is night and day. This is what it would look like to align my hand speed to my voltage. So I have a voltage setting of 5.5, it's still the same. I want to make sure that I have adequate ink flow, good needle angle, and then I'm going to now align my hand speed to my voltage. You're going to notice that I'm moving tremendously slower. What that means is that I'm now giving my needle enough time to make its rounds to deposit the ink in a clean, consistent manner. But not only that, I'm also holding the needle at an angle that's going to reflect the line weight integrity when I am done applying this line right here. Now, for those that would assume that I'm traumatizing the skin, that's really going to be to each their own. My technique would allow me to not traumatize the skin while applying line weights of this size. So that's going to be dependent on the artist, but you can see that I am able to accomplish clean, solid, consistent, saturated lines with this technique when I align my hand speed to the voltage settings that I am using. Let's say I take my voltage settings up to around, let's say maybe 6.5 volts, 7 volts. So you can hear instantly that it's a different sound versus the 5.5 volts that we were just using. So even if I were to have a faster hand speed, a faster voltage, if my hand speed is still not correct, then it really doesn't matter. although my needle is making more rounds per second, so therefore it's going to come out a little bit more saturated than the 5.5 volts, we can see that I'm still accomplishing a sort of faded result right here. This is not what I want. I want clean, solid, consistent, saturated, powerful looking lines when I am done applying them. That right there is definite night and day. And I'm not sure if you can actually see that, but you can see that this one is not consistent by any means like this one over here. So let's go ahead and apply it again, and let me show you what it would look like lining at this voltage. So since the needle is making more rounds per second, I'm able to move a little bit faster. Now, I prefer to run at a lower voltage so that way I make fewer mistakes along the way. However, to each their own. I'm going to match to 7 volts here. But you can see now I'm adjusting to my current voltage. And I should be accomplishing clean, solid, consistent, saturated results. This is much quicker than the 5.5 setting that I use, so therefore my hand has to accommodate for that faster voltage. And you can see when I do that, I'm still able to accomplish clean, solid results. It really doesn't matter what voltage I am using as long as I know what I am looking for. I'll even put a side-by-side comparison here so that way you can see the hand speed to voltage ratio versus the 5.5 voltage setting and the 7 volt setting. You can see that at the 7 volts, I do have to accommodate and move quicker than I would at the 5.5 voltage range. It's important to understand as a tattoo artist that if we're not familiar with the voltage to hand speed settings, if we aren't comfortable and we don't know where we sit within voltage to hand speed, there's no way that we're going to accomplish clean, solid, consistent, saturated results. It doesn't matter if we're lining, shading, packing color, and or black, dot work, you get the idea. It doesn't matter. If we can't adjust our hand speed to our voltage on the fly, then there's no way that we're going to accommodate for the tasks at hand. We have to know where we're going to sit and pocket ourselves when we are adjusting our hand speed to our voltage. It's very important that these two settings work in unison together, because if they don't, you've seen what happens. I can go ahead and remind you, just to give you a little bit of a refresher here. I'm running at 7 volts. Let's go ahead and take it up to 7.5, and you can see that even running at 7.5 volts, my machine is not only screaming, and it doesn't like that at all, but I'm still not going to get clean saturation even though I'm moving that fast. So the needle is making a lot of rounds, depositing the ink, opening up that skin and traumatizing the skin. I'm going to have to go back over it because this isn't clean, solid, or consistent at all. This is like a faded sort of look to it. I'm not sure if you can see that again, but there's no saturation there. So what I have to do is I'm going to take my voltage down to something that I'm comfortable with. I'm going to take it down to around 5.5 volts. I'm going to align my hand speed to my voltage. I'm going to allow my needle to make enough rounds per second so that way the ink is deposited in a clean, solid, consistent, saturated manner. Now I'm also going to be mindful of my needle angle. So here we go. I want to capture the line weight, so therefore that's where the needle angle comes in. Saturation comes in from my voltage to my hand speed. I prefer lower voltage, as I mentioned, to make fewer mistakes, fewer wobbles along the way, to each their own. So from here I'm going to taper out like so. Dab away. I'll apply a generous amount of ointment so we can see that the results that we are getting are true to tone. This is in fact saturated. So again, good versus bad technique or unalignment is definitely noticeable if we know what we're looking for. A good rule of thumb is, let's say you don't know where you're comfortable with, you don't know where to begin to find your settings, start at around 5.5 to 6 volts. This is a great medium to begin with. Let's say if you start at 5.5, 6 volts and it's not enough power for you, I don't necessarily think that it's not enough power, it's maybe not making enough rounds per second that you need, so therefore you're going to want to take up your voltage a little bit higher. So I feel anywhere, especially if we're just starting, anywhere from 5.5 volts all the way on up to around maybe 7.5 at most is a healthy medium to begin if you're using, most pen style tattoo machines. Another good physical exercise to help you here get comfortable with aligning your hand speed to your voltage is going to be move too fast, make the mistake so that way you can kind of know what that feels like. So for example, like I obviously know that's too fast. I'm not focused on needle depth. All I'm focused on is my hand speed to my voltage. I'm focused on the way that my needle and my machine interact together to deposit the ink. That's my focus. So obviously I'm moving too quick, and I don't want to be the type of tattoo artist where I kind of go like this and then sketch it in there like that until I reach optimal saturation, because that's gonna read when I'm done. I'm gonna have a sort of loose feel to everything, and it's not gonna look precise, powerful, and the integrity is not gonna be captured. So what I need to do is, instead of moving that fast, slow it down to the 5.5, align those settings, voltage to hand speed. So you can see now my needle captured, and it's making its rounds and is depositing the ink in a clean, solid, consistent, saturated manner. I'm allowing the needle enough time to make its rounds before I move on to the next part here. When I reach the end, I'll end it with a taper out, as you see right there. If I wipe away, you can see that it's true to tone. This line is not going anywhere, and the integrity has been truly captured. And to kind of prove that it really is about adjusting your hand speed to your voltage, I'm gonna take this down to 4 volts. And most artists would never line with this sort of this low of a voltage, especially on a pin style tattoo machine, as it's a really low voltage. But I'm going to kind of prove here that all I have to do is adjust my hand speed to the current voltage setting that I am using to accomplish clean, solid, consistent, saturated lines. So in theory, by the time I'm done, if I apply this correctly and I align those fundamentals, I should have a line that reflects exactly like this line. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna let my needle catch. Now you're gonna notice that I'm gonna move tremendously slower to give the needle enough time to make more rounds, since it is at a much lower voltage. Some people would assume that this would be more traumatizing to the skin, when in fact it's not, because I am working off just the very, very tips of my needles. I'm not really driving them in there as well. I'm not like using any sort of heavy pressure or anything like that. I'm using time more than I am pressure. So from here, I'm going to taper out, and we should have clean, solid, consistent, saturated results. Let's apply the ointment and wipe away. And you can see these results right here reflect this line right here. The line weight integrity was captured, and this is a clean, solid, consistent, saturated line. I did that running at 4 volts even to prove that all we have to do is adjust our hand speed to our voltage. It really doesn't matter what needle size we are using. And I used a 111 round shader to kind of really get my points across, as this is a hard needle to execute lines like this with. So be mindful of your voltage to your hand speed settings at all times throughout each and every tattoo. I feel like this is going to yield the best results for your sessions. So again, just a quick recap. If you don't know where to begin at around 5.5 volts, especially if you're on a pin style tattoo machine. If you're on a coil, you may want to begin where the machine kind of sounds lower like this. It's really hard to say because I'm not using a coil. Now, once you find a medium to begin, which is typically around 5.5 volts, if you need more power, make your way on up. I don't recommend to exceed past 8 volts. I would recommend to stay within that voltage range and try to accommodate your hand speed to go ahead and accomplish the clean, solid, consistent, saturated results that you're going for. That right there will be it for this one. Should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to drop a comment down below. I will do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you found this video helpful, before you go, please don't forget to thumbs up this video. Share it with a friend that you think could benefit from as well. I would greatly appreciate the support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. With that being said, I appreciate you, your time, and your support. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.